Okay, now we are going to talk about the yellow fever virus. Okay, and this yellow fever virus is same family type of virus like the it's from flavivirus family, and there are different example like West Nile virus similar to that of yellow fever virus. And this kind, whenever you heard this name yellow fever virus, West Nile virus, you should always keep one thing in your mind, that these are the RNA viruses, and the second thing is that they are actually being transmitted by mosquitoes. So whenever we heard this name, there are two pictures that should come on your mind as a general properties of this yellow fever virus, is that it can cause this yellowing of the body, different parts like jaundice situation, and it's related to mosquito. So what we know is that yellow fever virus is an RNA virus that belongs to genus flavivirus. It is related to West Nile and St. Louis encephalitis and Japanese encephalitis virus as well. So all belonging to the same genus. The virus transmitted to people primarily through the bite of infected Aedes mosquitoes, particularly Aedes mosquitoes, and Haemococcus mosquitoes, but mostly in the Aedes species of the mosquitoes. What disease it causes? It causes a yellow fever, a viral infection spread by particular species of mosquito. And what happens? This fever is spread by a specific mosquito common areas in Africa and South America. Vaccination is recommended before traveling to certain areas of these countries. What is the structure of this yellow fever virus? If you look at the structure, this is a 3D model in the top, and the schematic cross section, longitudinal section, vertical section in case of the yellow fever virus. And you can see that inside of it we have the icosahedral capsid, and which is coated by a membrane, and in the membrane there are different proteins, and inside of which inside of the capsid there is a packaged RNA genetic material that is present. So RNA as well as capsid together will be known as nucleocapsid and or nucleocapsid, and the rest of the membrane is surrounding it. So it has a positive sense RNA strand, okay, and it's an enveloped flavivirus with a diameter of 50 to 60 nanometers. So 50 to 60 nanometer is a moderate, like small to mid size virus. Let's look at the genetic material. I already told you it's a plus-stranded single-stranded ribonucleic acid. So single-stranded plus-stranded ribonucleic acid or RNA as a genetic material. What is the incubation period? Normally it is once the yellow fever virus incubates in the body for 3 to 6 days, but in most cases the symptoms disappear after 3 to 4 days of the onset of the symptoms, and sometimes it may become severe. Okay, in some very few cases it may become severe, it can kill a person, but in very few cases. Classification, if we talk about the family Flaviviridae, this is the family, then genus Flavivirus, then class Flavivirus, then kingdom Orthornaviri. Okay, these are the examples. What is the route of transmission? I told you that this virus has a host, and in this case it will attack the human but via mosquito bite only. So there are two different cycles with mosquito. One is a Sylvan cycle that can this mosquito can attack other primates apart from human, so in this case chimpanzee, and it has an urban cycle with which it can attack human. Okay, so it can go cross, and the same mosquito can attack the chimpanzee as well as humans. So it is transmitted to people primarily through the bite of Aedes and Haemococcus species of the mosquito. Second thing is that mosquitoes acquire this virus by feeding on infected primates, human or non-human, and then can transfer it to the healthy person. What are the symptoms of this yellow fever virus? It's fever, headache, jaundice, muscle pain, nausea, vomiting, fatigue. So jaundice, vomiting and fatigue is related to the liver illness and problems. A small proportion of patients who contract the virus develop severe symptoms, and approximately half of those die within 7 to 10 days. And if it's severe, if it's left untreated, then only there is a chance that among those severely infected people, 50% of them will die within 7 to 10 days. So now let's look at the life cycle of the yellow fever virus. And particularly it's better to say flavivirus life cycle, and there are multiple examples of flavivirus. West Nile virus, Japanese encephalitis, we talked about that, the same, belong to same family. So the flavivirus life cycle are all same. So in this case it's no longer different. So virus attachment starts the process with specific interaction, and then fusion, then there's a virus fusion and disassembly into the endosome Okay, and the genetic component, which is plus stranded RNA, is released inside of this endosome, and inside of this endosome, there are protein translation need to be done. Protein translations are done, and after the proteins are prepared, the proteins are inserted inside the endoplasmic reticulum lumen, and then the mRNA is used to produce more and more copies of mRNA, which will become the viral RNA, viral genetic material. And once the genetic material is produced, then the genetic material is packaged inside of the capsid structure of the virus in the endoplasmic reticulum lumen, where the pH is 7.2, and slowly the pH is becoming acidic as we are moving through this endomembrane system from endoplasmic reticulum via the Golgi network towards the cell membrane. So from 7.2 in the Golgi, 6.2 to 6, and finally in the vesicles 5.7. So the acidity increases, and this is really important for them to package the virus particles and to make it ready, to make it as a mature virus particle. And once the maturity is done, then there will be the release of the virus particles by taking some portion of the membrane of the host cell, and that's how the envelope comes in. Okay, and the proteins that they need to have in the surface of the envelope are already transferred to the cell membrane. While they are capturing the envelope, they capture the proteins along with the envelope. Okay, so this is how the flavivirus life cycle works, and that's how the yellow fever virus life cycle works. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, because we've discussed about the yellow fever life cycle and yellow fever symptoms, disease, structure, and many more things. So stay tuned to get more and more virology videos like that in future. If you like it, hit the like button and share this video with your friends and subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Bye.